I'm going to explain how you remove the struts on your Silverado. Now, this is going to be the same process for most Silverados, anything pretty much '07 and up, including the newer models, because they still run the strut front suspension. This changed in '07 with this body style because they went away from having the torsion keys. A torsion key suspension has a long rod that comes all the way back, and there's a torsion key that sits underneath the driver's seat. That torsion key is what provided the spring tension. We got away from that. We don't have that style in the newer trucks. We have struts, or as some people like to put in, coil-overs. I don't like doing the coil-over kits though on these trucks. They are a little too heavy for this. I'd rather have a strong, sturdy strut that holds the front weight of this truck. There is a lot of nose weight to these trucks. Let's go ahead and look in here now. You guys are seeing a deconstruction process. I'm going to be doing separate video for this, guys, so ignore this. For now, the strut lives down here. You also have your sway bar end link. You will need to either cut your sway bar end link or shave the top of the head off and unbolt it. Pull that sway bar link off on both sides, driver and passenger. This is a good time right now. If you guys are going to do a strut on one side of the vehicle, make sure you do both. The reason why is that the uneven pressure from the new strut will knock the old strut out. So just put two in right away and be done with it. This way you know your front end is good. Now, if it's really old, you think people have messed around with the alignment, things don't feel right, guys, make sure you get an alignment after you put these struts in. Let's get back in here. Okay, so we have two bolts down here, 15 millimeters. Your sway bar end links are also going to be 15 millimeters. So it's easy to buzz those off from underneath. You just come from underneath with an impact and you can buzz those three off. Then you will need to get up here. Now, on Chevys, they have these weird clips. The bolts sit right here. These clip down on here. On the driver's side, there are three. Passenger side, there is one of these styles. You can actually take a wrench, put it in there, and turn that nut, and it will start pushing this wire up until you can wiggle it and pop it off. That's how you're going to remove the three mounting bolts for that top hat plate. There is a special bolt pattern to this that I will talk about in the next video. Once you've removed the two bolts down there, the bolt here, this suspension should be hanging loose when you take that sway bar end link loose and when you unbolt your strut. This will actually drop down. So make sure your feet are not underneath it. You don't want to get hurt by this suspension when it comes down. So once you've taken those bolts loose, you'll grab the strut and pull it up through that hole right here. It'll come up. When you pull that out, you will get something that looks like this. This is the strut. Now, you might ask, why are we replacing this? It looks a little rusty, but it can't be that bad. When you look at this, this is deeper than surface rust, guys. This is bubbly rust, meaning that one good hard hit on the road could cause this chamber to blow out. And both struts look wet down in here. If your struts look wet right here, your struts are bad. You need to replace them. That means that the cylinder is leaking up above and the liquid for the strut is running down. That strut is no longer good. It's no longer safe to run that. If you dynamite your brakes, it could actually cause the vehicle to nosedive because those struts are in that bad a shape. I say all of that to really kind of put into focus, guys, what we're dealing with. Whenever you do a strut project, that's the time to decide, are you going to do a leveling kit? Are you going to do a lift kit? Are you going to do additional things? As you decide to make that decision, you need to decide what parts you're going to need to replace, and a lot of that is going to depend on what you're going to do with the truck. If you're just going to daily drive it and you don't care what it looks like, you could just put the stock ones back in it, put in a stock new strut and be done with it. But if your truck, you want it to have a little bit more style, you may choose to do a leveling kit or a lift kit. I will be covering that in a separate video, guys, so there's a lot more coming for our Silverado project. I say all that, guys, to say check your struts and always check them during your oil changes. If you ever notice that they're leaking, it's a good time to just get a set ordered and get them put in. This will require you to have quite a few tools and will take some time to do. But you can do this in a driveway, in a garage, in a parking lot, if need be. The parking lot makes it a little bit more difficult because you got to kind of finish it all in one day. You don't want to leave tools laying around. Once you get the old one out, it's just a reverse process to put everything back in. Put your new strut in, put your sway bar end link back on. But again, remember, if you're doing driver's side, make sure you do the passenger side as well. Guys, I want to say thank you for all the support. Continue hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.